Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome to the Convert to Islam Story channel. This channel will bring you closer to the inspirational stories of mu'allaf from around the world. In our first episode, we will present an interesting story of a Hollywood filmmaker named Naila, who achieved success in the film industry but felt compelled to search for the truth about religion. With unexpected experiences, Naila eventually embraced Islam and transformed her life according to the teachings of her newfound faith. Not only that, Naila will also share her unique experiences of her journey to becoming a convert, how a mysterious light changed her perspective on the existence of Allah, and how she lives her life as a consistent Muslim in accordance with her faith.
And my mind was totally clear, and the only word in my mind was Allah. Without anything else in the world to grab onto, I said, Allah, if you exist, protect me. And then I just went and laid down in bed. I put my laptop on, and I just closed my eyes, and I went straight to sleep. And it rained so much that night. And rain is like purification. And when I read in the Quran later that, Allah brought the rain in the night to cover you and to purify you, and I was like, subhanAllah, that's like how I felt that night.
Before that, please subscribe and turn on the notification to receive updates on other inspiring stories. Since a young age, Naila Edwards has tasted the sweetness of the entertainment world, from being a teenage model to experiencing the spotlight of acting. However, her career didn't stop there, as Naila's career blossomed when she became a journalist covering various news in Malaysia. Not stopping there, Naila then got a golden opportunity to become an assistant producer at the Content Creation Center responsible for government campaigns in Malaysia. Her career reached new heights when Naila was appointed as the audition coordinator for well-known films, including Star Wars 7, The Force Awakens, produced by renowned director J.J. Abrams. However, Naila's interesting story doesn't end there. Her first experience with Islam came when she was still in middle school in Canada, at the age of 12. At that time, she met some Muslim friends who introduced her to the religion of Islam. I vividly remember one Lebanese-Canadian woman who helped teach me Arabic words and writing. She was the one who first introduced me to words like Allah, Wallah, and Yallah, which are the ways we greet each other in their culture. Learning these words was a very enjoyable experience for me.
Know that I'd heard about Islam at this time, but I guess this would be my first exposure. When I was in junior high school, so like 12 years old, I met my first sort of Muslim friend in Canada. She was Lebanese-Canadian, and she taught me my first 3 Arabic or Islamic words, which were Allah, Wallah, Yallah. And every time we'd see each other, that's how we would greet each other for fun. So one of us would start by going Allah, and the other would be like Wallah, and the other one would say Yallah, and then we would hug.
Those were the first 3 words in Islam that I learned, and it was also the first moment I delved deeper into understanding Islam, Naila recounted in an interview on YouTube channel. However, when Naila was 15 years old and living in Malaysia, she began to doubt the existence of God. She was curious because almost everyone in Malaysian society believed in the existence of God.
What makes people believe in a God? Because I was so set on the idea that there was no God. Like, I wasn't looking at religions to find God, I was looking at them to discredit the fact that there was a God.
However, Naila wanted to search for evidence of the truth about the existence of God. One of the experiences that made Naila start to believe in the existence of God was when she encountered a mysterious white light. The experience touched her deeply and made her reflect on the meaning of life and the existence of God. The mysterious light came along with a loud noise as if something had fallen, but its origin could not be determined.
Until one night I came home and I went to my room, I put my dog in her room, I got ready for bed, and I saw the light was on outside of my bedroom door. So when I went outside, I felt a feeling, and this feeling I had felt once more in my life, and I recognized it immediately. The feeling is like a gripping in my chest. Not my heart, not my lungs, in the center, something tight.
This incident made Naila very scared, and she sought protection from Allah.
And I felt this once before when I was 14 years old in Canada. I had gone out with my brother and his friend who was very much into black magic and ghosts. We call them ghosts. Obviously we call them jinn, but non-Muslims, they call them ghosts. And he took us to this corner that he called Ghost Corner. He sat us down, he was doing something, I don't remember what it was. And as he was doing this thing, calling on the spirits, I felt this feeling and I didn't say anything. I just sat there and he just looked straight at me and went, leave. And I was like, why? And he's like, there's something here and it doesn't like you.
I was really frightened because something hit my house door, and I didn't know what it was, didn't know how to deal with it. My mind was blank, and all that came to my mind was Allah. I prayed, Allah, if you truly exist, protect me, said Naila. That night, heavy rain poured down, and Naila felt that the rain was like a purification. When Naila later read the Quran, she found that Allah brings rain at night to protect and purify us, in accordance with what she felt in that experience.
And my mind was totally clear, and the only word in my mind was Allah. Without anything else in the world to grab onto, I said, Allah, if you exist, protect me. And then I just went and laid down in bed. I put my laptop on and I just closed my eyes and I went straight to sleep. And it rained so much that night. And rain is like purification. And when I read in the Quran later that, Allah brought the rain in the night to cover you and to purify you, and I was like, subhanAllah, that's like how I felt that night.
Naila revealed that her decision to convert to Islam was not the result of the influence of her surroundings. However, the mysterious moment when she saw the white light made her believe in the existence of Allah. After embracing Islam, Naila felt the need to change her life according to the teachings of the religion. She began to study Islam more deeply and strive to live as a true Muslim. After I became Muslim, this became one of the main things I always thought about. Previously, I never had a Muslim role model in my life, said Naila. Naila also revealed that although she knew many Muslims, not all of them lived as true Muslims and were able to represent Islam well. This made her often think that if she didn't have good examples of Muslims she knew, she might never have embraced Islam. However, Naila believes that Allah brought her to Islam in a unique and different way from those around her.
SubhanAllah, after I became Muslim, this was one of the main things that I thought about was I never had an example of a Muslim in my life. I knew so many Muslims, but none of them lived Islam. None of them represented Islam. And that's why I always say, if I had converted because of the people I knew, I would have never become Muslim because I didn't have that example. And I think that's why Allah had to bring me to Islam in a very different way than someone around me.
Now, as a Hollywood filmmaker, Naila chooses to dress modestly according to the principles of Islam she follows. She lives a life consistent with her religious beliefs. That's the inspirational story of Naila, a Hollywood filmmaker who found the light of truth in her journey of becoming a convert to Islam. May this story inspire all of us to continue seeking the truth and follow in Naila's footsteps in living a consistent life as a Muslim according to our faith. Thank you for listening to this story on the Stories of Converts Around the World channel. Don't forget to continue following our interesting episodes. If you like our content, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe to support us. Wassalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.